Hello, 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 everyone. It's Nikisha Bond welcoming you to the Show Me the Money Call. You guys, as always, we have a fantastic call lined up for you. But before we get started, why don't you let us know who you are and where you're calling from? So go ahead and give us a shout out.
Brazzles from Houston, Texas.
All right. Dr. Brazzle's in the house. Welcome, 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 my friend. How are you today?
Awesome. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All right. We're glad to have you. Who else is out there? Go ahead and give us a shout out. Let us know who you are and where you're calling from.
It's Dr. Rosie, Houston, Texas.
Yay! Dr. Rosie's here. Welcome to the call, my friend.
We can go ahead and get the party started now, for real.
All right, let's get the party started then. Go ahead, Mr. T, mute us out.
The conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
You guys, I know everybody's getting ready for the playoffs right now, the finals, but it is time for you to do something that is going to change your life for the rest of your life. So I want to introduce this man right now who just got back from Canada, doing an awesome job out there, just extending this whole network all across the globe. He's been in this industry for many, many years. So many, he won't let me tell you how many. Kidding. But he's a dynamic leader who's just been so entrenched in this business because he knows how many people's lives it is changing right now. So, Mr. T, have you made it to the line?
Yes, I have Nikisha. Well, I said Nikisha, but thank you so much, Nikisha. I am here.
Woohoo! Take it away, Mr. T.
All right, Nikisha again, a.k.a. Hollywood. So appreciate that warm introduction. And, folks, things are just heating up hot here with Penn. You're so right, Nikisha, fresh back from Canada. And I'll tell you, Canada is hot. We're definitely pursuing that market. Spoke to about 2-3 leaders today so far. One lady's in Calgary, Alberta. She owns a couple of resorts in the Caribbean. And she's looking to get 10 going here with all of her leaders in the western part of Canada. And then all you guys, you may have known, I've been talking about the Toronto area. It is hot in the T-dot, I can tell you. Can't wait to get back there to meet with some more leaders, but definitely stay tuned to www.winwithcanada.com. Also brought in someone from the Bahamas over the weekend. So we got this Canadian island theme going on here, and it sounds like Jamaica is somewhere in the works. But, folks, I'm telling you, now is the time to join 10. It's all about timing, and I know Doc will close out with that at the very end. But, folks, now is the time when you talk to other people who've been successful with other companies. One of the first things that they'll tell you is, I got in at the right time. And, folks, now the timing couldn't be any better. 12-year-old company, debt-free, just launched this new division last year. It doesn't get any better than that. What I want to do right now, we have an all-star lineup on the call tonight. I want to flip this back to California, take it to the northern part, to our product expert who's been doing a fantastic job. And, folks, it was amazing. We had a call on Tuesday night, and Nikisha was out and about, and she bumped into a bus driver and mentioned to him the testimony that she had just heard on the call. Nikisha, I'm totally stealing your thunder, ain't I?
That's totally fine.
Stealing your thunder. I'm so excited because I've been sharing it with everyone. But, you know, It's all about leaders being leaders and leading by example. And, Nikisha, I appreciate all the calls. You call me all the time, thanking me and all that. But, folks, we're on this call and we're telling you, but we're also showing you. And Nikisha did that last Tuesday. She shared with the bus driver, hey, I just got off this call, and there was a lady. Again, we're not making any medical claims, and, you know, we're not claiming to prevent and all that. Nikisha, you can make sure the disclaimer goes down here in a minute. But she shared with the bus driver what she just heard. I had someone, they were on my conference call. They used to smoke. They haven't smoked since October 21st. And so much. He wanted a set of sprays. His sister wanted a set of sprays. And who knows where that story will end. So without further ado, Back to you, Nikisha. Take it away. Break down these amazing products here with 10.
Woo! Yes. Oh my gosh. I'm getting so excited all over again from sharing that. But like I told her, it's all about people who share. You have to share your story, and believe it, you are going to have a story. That's why it's important to try the sprays. Try the sprays. They will change your life. And please forgive me if I start running on, but I am so pumped up about what we have because of what it does. What we have are intraoral sprays, and that's exactly what I shared with the bus driver last week. Last week's call, we had this fantastic testimony. I mean, she shared with us how she had struggled with smoking for so long, and here it was, a natural product. And let me just throw this out there. We do not make any medical claims of treatment, prevention, cure, disease, or whatnot, but this is what we have in our hands. We have real testimonials from real individuals. Nobody's paid to say this. Nobody's forced into sharing. You just find yourself randomly sharing with people. I do it every single day, all day. You think I would think I would be exhausted by now, but I can't close my mouth. It's real. It's very real. So what we have is meaningful for a lot of people, and here's why. The reason being is that quality matters. What we have are high-quality ingredients, the highest quality, as a matter of fact. Plus, we have the highest form of absorption that man knows about. Okay, it's in the physician's desk reference at night clocking, 98% absorption. And absorption is where it's at. That's where the dynamic things happen in your body. So once your body's pulling in 98% absorption of these high quality ingredients that Mr. Mel Gill took the time to make sure we're in these products, your body goes to work. Your body goes to work. All the systems in your body, they start to function as they were designed to function. And let me tell you something. Somebody asked me today, well, how do you know they work? And I said, you feel different. You feel different. Not only that, you look different. I had 2 random people tell me they hadn't seen me since I was sick last year. They told me, there's something different about you. You look different. And they were just amazed. They had a look of amazement on their faces. And it was just that dramatic. It's as dramatic as it sounded. But they said, you look happy. And that's the thing. When you are not healthy, you can't be happy. When you lose your health, you lose other things in your life. I lost everything. And it took me so long to realize that I had lost everything. And I lost everything a person could lose. So these sprays have worked so much work in my life. I just want to share it with everybody on a daily basis. Now, what we have are intraoral sprays, as I said, and it's daily preventative vitamin and nutritional prevention, okay? So it's daily prevention. You have to have this stuff in your body. It's not an option. It's not an option. So every single person on this planet has to have this high-quality nutrients delivered into their system. And who better than us, to people who are compassionate about other people, to get this into people's hands. I'm sharing this on a daily basis. Everybody that I know of in the company is sharing on a daily basis. People don't like taking pills. And with pills, you get less than 20% absorption. And I'm being really generous with that number. So if you're not getting what you need from pills, why would you put it in you? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute in my brain. So other methods of delivery don't come near the absorption that you get with intraoral sprays. It's pretty fantastic, actually. It's so fantastic that when medical professionals hear of it, they jump right on it because it makes sense. It agrees with what they've been trained. It agrees with what they've been taught, what they spent years and years and years going to school to practice for. It just makes sense. So this is daily preventative, all natural ingredients in these sprays. Now, I'm not going to keep you hanging long. What we have are 5 intraoral spray products, and we have a fantastic drink. The drink, it's in drink form because the fiber that's contained in there could not be put into spray form. And when you're trying to stick to your high quality standards, you have to yield to those laws of nature. You just can't get that fiber into a spray. So therefore, it's a drink and it's tasty. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that later. But first, our D-Power spray is fantastic. It contains vitamin D3. We know it as the sunshine vitamin. It is pretty fantastic what it does. It deals with vitamin D3 deficiency. You have to get this in you because vitamin D3 is responsible for tons of conditions, including things like depression, asthma, autism, osteoporosis, and I could go on and on and on. But, going back to what I said about when you lose your health, when you get sick, you don't feel good, you're not happy, you don't have a sense of well-being. And we've come to find out that vitamin deficiency is responsible for that. And I was doing a little research online, and I came across a YouTube channel from a chemist. She's a researcher in Australia, and she found ties to nutrients or the lack thereof in the foods that we eat on a daily basis and mental health issues. So she found a link, and she's publishing all of this research. It's just amazing, the things that we're starting to find out. So it's important. I was on a call the other day, and Shakina Day was talking about how we have to ask questions. We have to research and we have to ask questions. But not only that, we have to act. Once you learn better, you have to do better. This is your body. You only have one body for the rest of your life, unless, you're going to have attachments. You don't want that, but you only have one body. Let's take care of it. And this is how you do it. So that D-Power will definitely deliver the nutrients that you need, vitamin D3 and vitamin E. Now, in addition to that spray, we have B-Boost. B-Boost is phenomenal. It contains 3 really important B vitamins, B3 and B6 and B12. The B vitamins are deficiency actually is responsible for a whole host of conditions and illnesses that so many people are dealing with. But let me tell you, you start feeling different. You start feeling different once you start this spray. It's just, what? It's the way we're wired. Our bodies are wired to receive this nutrition and to do something with it. And I just think that is so, so amazing. And I am so grateful that we have this in our hands. I feel great. I feel great. So our next spray is Super 10. Super 10 is fantastic. It contains 10 powerful ingredients, antioxidants, ionic minerals, and it's full of good, juicy stuff. Things that do so, so much that I heard somebody say on a call one day that, a health professional was amazed that we had this product, and they said, you got a real winner there. I mean, it was just, we don't need that validation actually, but just to hear it, it makes me feel a sense of responsibility when I go out and share this with the world, really, with people in my community, with my family, with everybody that gets within 3 feet of me. You're going to hear about the intraoral sprays. It's fantastic. I'm just driven to do this. And I want everybody to make a pledge to do better with their bodies. If you have not tried the sprays, try them. Get on them. No more questions. Okay, let's remove all of those barriers. Just go for it. You got to step off of that ledge and just go for it, because you will get results, and they will be massive. And I'm just warning you. So if you want results, please try the sprays. All right, our next spray is Cell Energy. Cell Energy is, it's something else. That's all I can say, but I'm going to say a little more. It has glutathione in it. Glutathione is pretty amazing. It's the mother of all antioxidants, and it also contains alpha-lipoic acid, which is the number 2 most powerful antioxidant. It's just amazing that these 2 ingredients are in a spray, and let alone the fact that we are the first company. Mel Gill is the first person to ever be able to get glutathione into spray form. It's just amazing. We have so many firsts in this company. we just are also fortunate to be representatives of a stable of products such as these. And we do feel a sense of responsibility when we share these products. That's why you're on the call. And after the call, you're going to get back to the person who shared with you, because that person felt a sense of responsibility in sharing with you. And that's exactly why we're here in the right place at the right time. So with that, I'm going to move on to our last spray, which is the Slim by 10. Slim by 10 is a weight management tool. Listen, it contains 5 highly sought after ingredients that do so much. And, it does so much so fast that you get amazing results. And you do it in a way that's it actually is pretty healthy for you. It's safe for diabetics. I mean, I've seen children use the product, and it is actually safe. It's amazing. It contains Garcinia cambogia, Carolina fimbriata, the number 2 and the number 1 appetite suppressants. It will work. If you think, like me, nothing's going to suppress my appetite. Well, the spray had something different to say about that. So it suppressed it real good, all right. So I wound up with the same testimonial that everybody else that I know of who's on the spray has said. It cut my appetite. It really did. So it works. You just have to use it. So it contains those 2 ingredients, but what they do is so amazing. They cut your appetite, like I said, but Garcinia cambogia goes way further than that. It actually keeps the fat from being made. And it's really good at getting rid of that visceral fat. Like Anita Poole was mentioning, she's mentioned on several calls, actually, the visceral fat is the dangerous fat. It's really hard to get rid of it. Garcinia cambogia does the trick. It does it. These ingredients, because of their very nature, they go to work on your body's behalf, and they get your body in gear to function as it should. Shedding pounds, just getting healthier. Your digestive becomes more aligned with what it's supposed to do, and so on. But the other ingredients contained in the product, African mango, it actually helps to shrink your waistline. The green tea extract, it burns the fat. It does it really well. And, green tea extract is a super powerful antioxidant. And then green coffee extract. Green coffee extract burns the fat up like nobody's business. So you got a lot going on in that spray, and that's why people get massive results, and they get them quick. So it's very meaningful to have this product in your stable of products. Now, these sprays are very convenient. They're very convenient, but more importantly, they're effective. They work. Okay, they're meaningful for quite a few people, and we want them to be meaningful to 7+ billion people around the globe. That's why we're sharing like crazy. We can't not share. We have to share. Now, on to our newest product that I promised I'd get to. It's a drink. It's called Trim by 10. Trim by 10 is amazing. What it really means, it contains 8 ingredients, really powerful ingredients, each one on its own. But when they're combined, oh gosh, this product has triggered so many testimonials, and it's produced them so fast. I was like, what in the world is going on with this product? What is in here? And that was echoed from the text that I got too. What is in this product? So basically what you have is actually a proprietary formulation of 4 of those ingredients. Just amazing. Nobody else in the world has this. Team Effort Network has it. That's what we're running with. And this is the Show Me the Money call. $50 million was projected within 18 months, and we're well on our way to get there. This product was so well formulated, so well thought out. It's just amazing to watch it in action. And I am just beside myself with excitement to see all of this just unfold. It's a blessing to be in this position. So that's our Trim by 10. You're going to combine the Trim by 10 with the Slim by 10 spray, and what you have is what we call the THW solution. The THW solution stands for Tasty, Healthy Weight Loss. Now, one of the testimonials had to do with the taste. Now, usually drinks are pretty yucky tasting. This one, it actually tastes pretty good. And from what I heard on one of the morning calls, people, when they get a sample of it, want a whole box of it. And so it's amazing. Your retail will be just off the chart with this product and our other sprays. There's no way you can go wrong with retail in these products. your health will change. Your picture of wealth will change. It's just amazing, amazing what we have in our hands. So, Mr. T, I'm going to turn it over to you. Yeah, I don't know. I would go on and on and on. So let me get out of the way and let you bring the information forward.
All right. Thank you so much, Nikisha. Amazing job as always. We can keep talking about the products, but there's testimonies galore. And but what I want to do right now, and again, thank you so much, Nikisha. Fantastic job. What I want to do real quick is transition, and we're going to keep it in California, and we're going to take it downtown to the Riverside, LA area, and take it back to Nikisha, aka Miss Hollywood. Also, Nikisha, I know you had a meeting this past weekend, and I actually have some leaders out there and didn't get back to them in time, but definitely when you have a meeting over there again, I want to definitely help you pack the house out, but feel free to share some insight on that, and we appreciate you getting some meetings going back out in that area. But Nikisha, come back to the line and break down these products and share what's on your heart tonight.
All right, Mr. T, can you hear me okay?
The money. I meant to say break down the money, not share.
I can't share what's on my heart about the money. Can you hear me okay, Mr. T?
Yes, I can, Nikisha.
Absolutely. I will definitely make sure we get that information out. We had a fantastic time. Like Nikisha keeps saying, it's so easy to share these products because you just get really excited about this information that you learn. I'm not a nutritional expert like Miss Nikisha, and I actually really joined just for the money. But I was so surprised at how much I didn't know about how good vitamin D was for your body. And I was even more surprised that none of my doctors had ever told me to check my vitamin D levels. So I think it's just an awesome opportunity to get to share these products with people. But most importantly is, there's a lot of people out there who are suffering. I tell you this story of a lady that I knew who worked at a job for 17 years. 17 years. She was a great worker. And all of a sudden she came in one day and they let her go. Not because she was a poor performer, not because she had a bad attitude. She had a great attitude, but because they had no more need for her. And unfortunately, the way the economy is going is that it's moving to more high-skilled, high-tech jobs. So what does that mean for the average, everyday person who still wants to have that American dream? They want to do more with their life. They don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. How do they have an opportunity to do more with their life? And you've reached it. It's here at Team Effort Network. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably one of the best compensation programs that you will ever find. And here's the great thing about it is that I don't want you to be a salesman. I'm not trying to find any salesmen. All I want you to do is try the product. Because when you try them, you'll see what high absorbency does for the body. And then after that, you're not going to be able to shut your mouth about sharing the product, like Ms. Nikisha said. And so why don't you get paid off of all of that? Absolutely. You got to turn this into an opportunity to make some money. And so the first way that you can make money with Team Effort Network is by building your retail business. Now, what does that mean? That means that when you use the product and you share it, your people are going to want to try it. And so you sell it to them for as low as $25 for a 30-day supply. But here's the catch. You don't pay $25 for the spray. You only pay $12 to $15 for the spray. That's almost 100% markup on the sprays. And let me tell you something, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I sold two D-Powers and 2 Cell Energies a little earlier this week. And I sell my Cell Energy for $45. No joke. And I cannot keep it in stock to save my life. And so these things fly off the shelf. And that's how you know you have the perfect opportunity, because you have products that people are wanting that are in high demand. But you know what? The supply is really, really low. People are just clamoring for this stuff, and you're going to be first to market. There was a lot of things that Keisha said in that presentation that she gave, lots of really good stuff, but this is what I took away. Proprietary, exclusive, first to market, high quality, premium ingredients. These are things that you don't hear all the time. And so when you can take great products and couple it with an even better compensation plan, you know you are on your way to making money, ladies and gentlemen. And the first way you can make money is on this dual core double binary. If you've never heard that before, that just means that you get paid for people who are joining the business. You also get paid for people who just consume the products every single month. And you can earn up to $35,000 a week from people joining the business. But how many people do you have to join? That's probably what you're asking me. 2. You only have to get 2 people, one on the left and one on the right, and teach them to do the same thing. And we have a whole plan that's going to help you to do that. But that's how simple the program is. You try the products, you share it with people, you get your 2, you help them to get their 2. Boom, you are done. And you can earn up to $35,000 a week. You don't have to let the minimums be your maximums. You can get as many people as you want, but you only need 2 to be lifetime qualified. Do you know how rare that is, that you can be lifetime qualified for anything? It doesn't really happen, ladies and gentlemen, but it happens here in Team Effort Network. On top of that, you can get fast start bonuses, which are just bonuses up to $200 for people who just joined. And all that is just people seeing the vision. Look, here's the thing you got to realize. There are people out there who are really hurting right now, living paycheck to paycheck. 84% of Americans don't believe they're going to have enough money for retirement. Are you part of that 84%? Statistically speaking, you probably are. And now you have an opportunity to earn something that I call passive residual income. This is something that is so near and dear to my heart, and I'll tell you why. When the economy really went down and we were really struggling in our business, because me and my husband had our own business for since 2004, so a little over 10 years now. And when the economy went down, so did our income, so did our lifestyle. And what would have made me so happy is to be able to sit back and, even though my business was going down, to continue to make more and more money. And that's what passive residual income, that's income that's coming in every single month that you are not actively working for. What does that mean to you, ladies and gentlemen? That means freedom. Freedom to do what you want to do, go where you want to go, be who you want to be, do everything that you always wanted to do, and not have to be confounded by a time clock, by a boss telling you where to go, where to sit down, when to use the bathroom. Now you have freedom to make choices for your life, and that's so important to me. Imagine you can earn up to $150,000 a month. What would that do for your lifestyle? How would that change everything that you're doing? It's absolutely astonishing if you really, really sit back and think about how your life would be if you had an extra $500 or $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 or $150,000 a month. What would you do with yourself? Who would you help? How would you impact your community? Those are the things that it offers. I love Mel and Amy because they started this business over 26, oh my goodness, I don't even know. Over 25 years ago, they started this business. And one of the things that they really wanted to do was change people's lives and give them a lifestyle that you can be proud of, a lifestyle where you can drive the Mercedes or Tesla or BMW of your choice. You can drive an exotic car. Like, I have to tell you guys, right now, I saw the new Corvette Spider. I'm absolutely in love with this car. Is that the kind of car that you want for your lifestyle? Do you want a Lamborghini, a Maserati? You can have whatever you like, ladies and gentlemen. And all of that is, and in addition to that, you can get $2,500 for your mortgage. I'm going to have to calm down just a little bit so you can let that settle in, because these are all things on top of the $35,000 a week, on top of the fast start bonuses up to $200, on top of the $150,000 every single month. You're getting a car paid for by the company, your house paid for by the company, diamond rings, necklaces, trips to Disneyland, a Disney cruise, the Ritz-Carlton. So many different bonuses. One of the things I love that Mel said in his last one is that we like to spoil our leadership. Oh, I just love the way that sounds. Spoil me. I will absolutely take you spoiling me any day of the week. But here's the thing that I absolutely love is you can have all of this for the low, low price of less than $400. And you might be saying, oh, my goodness, $400? Really? Low, low price? Really, Nikisha? Well, let me tell you something. That $400 is not just so you can join the business like when I started my business back in the day, which actually was $2,500. That is so that you can get over $600 worth of product to start your business with. This is a business in a box, ladies and gentlemen, not to mention all the tax write-offs that you can get for owning your own business. I get so excited about this money because everybody out there wants more for their life. They have to. Everybody. It's inside of us. It drives us every single day. But you know what? The American dream is becoming more and more elusive for people. They think that they only are going to work a job, and even when they finish that job, they're going to retire on less money than they didn't even have enough to live on anyway. That's most people's reality. But today, somebody's on this line hearing that there's a better way, a different way, a way that you can earn income in your part-time. You can keep your full-time job and earn this in your part-time and transition to full-time. What it does is it gives everyone hope for the future. It lets you know that you don't have to get stuck. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. Mr. T, I hear myself going on. I'm starting to get into doc territory, so I'm going to just go ahead and throw it back over to you, Mr. T, and you can bring on Dr. Brazel. Back to you.
Woo! Thank you so much, Nikisha. Awesome job as always. You could have kept going for a little bit more there. You were on quite a roll. So exciting, so exciting. What I want to do is take it down to Texas, Houston, Texas, where they keep it hot, and that's where we have the razzle-dazzle, razzles. Doc, why don't you take it away, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I tell you, Nikisha, you could have gone on. I tell you, that's what happens when you're hot. It's hard to put out that fire, boy. I tell you, I was getting ready to dial 911 because it's smoking over here. I tell you, I tell you, every time I get on these calls, it gets me more and more excited because you know what, that shows me that there are people out here that are on fire. There are people out here that care about people. And I love to talk about the vision. I love to talk about, timing and everything because, you probably hear it from many people talking about, get in on this company. They just started ground floor opportunity. But unfortunately, if you look at a lot of those companies, they never get off the ground. And like Mr. T talks about and others have talked about on these calls, we have ground floor opportunity with no downside risk. Because the company's owners, the length of time that they've been in this industry and with this company, Team Effort International, since 2002, and it's been over a little over a year that they started the new healthcare product. So there are no downside risks. So timing, it could be more important today. And with the way that healthcare or the sickness care industry is today, I call it the sickness industry. With people dying every minute, one person dying every minute from heart disease. And that's the number one killer right there. And what's happening to the American dream? We talk about vision, but many of us, our only vision is what are we going to eat? How are we going to pay for our utilities? How are we going to pay our house note? How are we going to pay our car note? Getting evicted. That's the only vision that most of us have because we didn't have that plan B. And that's what we're talking about here, is having a plan B. Do you want to be better off in 5 years? Do you see the importance of having your own plan B and owning your own business? Do you see why we people love the 10 product line? I mean, look at and hear some of the testimonies. Go online and Google it. You'll be amazed at how we change people's lives. Think about it. When people on jobs, how many lives do you actually touch or change or you're able to change? But in this industry, this business, in the MLM business, we get a chance to touch a whole lot of people. And that's what me and my wife loved about this industry when we got in over 20 years ago. And I'm not saying that we've always been successful, but I'm going to tell you something. And I'm going to read a few success stories and people you have probably heard, famous, successful people who failed at first because we didn't win everything business that we got involved with. But you may have heard of Henry Ford. While Ford is today known for his innovative assembly line and American-made cars, he wasn't an instant success. In fact, his early businesses failed and left him broke 5 times before he founded the successful Ford Motor Company. R.H. Macy. Most people are familiar with this large department store chain, but Macy didn't always have it easy. Macy started 7 failed businesses before he finally getting big with the store in New York City. How about F.W. Woolworth? For those of you that are familiar with Woolworth, some may not know this name today, but Woolworth was once one of the biggest names in department stores in the U.S. Before starting his own business, young Woolworth worked at a dry goods store and was not allowed to wait on customers because his boss said he lacked the sense needed to do so. Now, I'll leave you with one more. Soichiro Honda. The billion-dollar business that is Honda began with a series of failures and fortunate turns of luck. Honda was turned down by Toyota Motor Corporation for a job after interviewing for a job as an engineer, leaving him jobless and for quite some time. He started making scooters on his own at home and spurred on by his neighbors, finally started his own business. So my whole point is you may have been involved with some other businesses, or you may be involved with this business or looking at this business. And you may be have that what is called fear factor. Many of you probably looked at fear factor. And the acronym for fear is false evidence appearing real. So do you have that fear factor? Do you still believe in yourself? Do you still have dreams? Nikisha talked about, driving a fancy cars, a Tesla, and she's looking at one of the Corvettes or whatever it is that you may have that hopefully you still have these visions and dreams, because if you don't see it in your mind, it cannot manifestate in your life. So my whole goal is that we want you to join this team, this 10. We want you to win with 10. And, get rid of that financial cancer that you have. Or many of us that are experiencing, and have that good health you always dreamed of at one time or another, or you would like to have again. And we want you to sign up in the NBA. Now, think about it. The finals is going on right now, tonight. Now, how many of those teams do you think ever made it to the finals? How many of those players ever made it to the finals? Now, that's something to think about. But they never quit. And that's what this is all about. And we want to sign you up in our NBA and not the National Basketball Association. We're talking about Never Broke Again League. And finally, you can retire in the NFL and not the National Football League. We're talking about no financial limits. And that's what this industry and that's what this business can do for you. And that's what 10 can do for you with the products, the compensation, the company, and with you. Because success without you is not success. And remember that. It's time to build your dreams and stop building someone else's. And keep believing in yourselves. Don't give up. And you got to just stay hot, be excited, and do those things that it takes. And don't treat this like a hobby, but treat it like a business. So you heard Keisha talk about the 3-foot rule. You want people to say you're crazy about your business, because that's what it takes if you want to be successful. But you know what? You're going to be crazy all the way to the bank. And that's what we're talking about this evening. So don't give up, people. Believe again. And we thank you for allowing us to share this vision and this company again. And again, Mr. T, thanks again.
Hey, Doc, I appreciate it. You covered a lot of ground in a short period of time, and I hope those of you who are listening that you took some really good notes. We had an awesome breakdown of the products. The comp plan was presented fantastically, and Doc, you just brought it home. And folks, it's time to dream again, believe again, and stay plugged in. One of the things that I'm noticing as I look in the downline, as I talk to different leaders in the group, those people who are plugged in, who are listening to the calls, who are always doing 3-ways and taking it from a business perspective, those are the people that are succeeding here, and those are the people who are winning and winning big. So I want to encourage all of you, let's win, but let's win big. Get back with the person that invited you to this call, tell them you want to join. Get started for one time, $49.90. Then it's up to you to choose which package you want to go with. $99 for the promo pack, $350 for the diamond pack, and $750 for our platinum package. Let's get started. Let's take it to the top. With that being said, good night, folks. And we'll see you on the next call next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. Be blessed. Take care.